Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gloria and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So we're going to be talking about intermittent fasting today. So what is intermittent fasting and why it's good for you, whether or not it's gonna work for your schedule, and yeah, I'm just gonna take you guys through it and my experiences with intermittent fasting. So yeah, let's get started and we'll just jump right in. So what is intermittent fasting? So there's a whole bunch of definitions online and a lot of different types of intermittent fasting. So it's pretty much you have a period where you're eating and then you have a period where you're not eating. So fasting versus feasting. So this period of time where you're eating, it could vary depending on the hours that you choose. So generally people do the 16-hour fast and 8-hour eating period. So that's the type that I've tried. There's also people who try like a 24-hour fast where they go do this like a couple times throughout the week. They'll have pretty much days where they don't eat, which I find would not work for my schedule. And there's people who do like a 4-hour eating period, which is very little, and like a 20-hour fasting period. So depending on what works for you, you can try out different ones. So the benefits of intermittent fasting is it's supposed to help kind of deplete your glycogen stores and make your body more sensitive to insulin. So kind of in layman terms for people to understand is that throughout the day, if you're eating a lot of small meals, so let's say you eat like 5 small meals throughout the day, your body kind of spikes in sugar levels depending on like how often you're eating, and that means your body is never able to kind of use up its fat storage and use that as energy, because throughout the day you're eating a lot, so you get a lot of like sugar spikes. So in order to burn fat and like use your fat as energy, you have to have long periods of fasting. So not just like fasting when you're going to sleep for like 8 hours a day. If you extend that by like 16 hours, like through the 16-hour fast and feast, then you actually burn your fat a lot more efficiently, and then you use the energy that is provided through your food during your feasting period much more effectively. So it pretty much is supposed to help with your weight, and also because you're only eating during like a shorter period of time, you will be eating less technically, but you're supposed to be eating like bigger portions and consuming the same amount of calories that you're supposed to consume on a regular day if you're eating like 3 meals a day spread throughout the day, versus when you're just eating during your feasting period, your 8 hours. So is intermittent fasting meant for you? Obviously, it's not meant for everybody, but it has been shown to be really effective and people seem to really love it. So I tried this like a couple months ago and I did it for about 2 weeks, and what I found was that it was really hard to kind of fit it into my schedule. So I work as a pharmacist, as you guys know. If you guys didn't, I do work in retail pharmacy, so that means I do shift work. So sometimes I'm working during the day and then sometimes I'm working at nighttime. So what that means is if I have the same feasting and fasting schedule every single day, like let's say I eat at like 10 a.m. in the morning and then I eat until 6 p.m. at night, it's really hard for me to fit in my calories if I'm working nighttime, because I wake up a lot later during the day if I have to work at night. Or if I have to work in the morning, like 7 to 3, the 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., I'd be starving until like 10 a.m. before I can eat because I'm still in my fasting period. So I would say that intermittent fasting works a lot better for people who have consistent schedules. So let's say if you work the same hours every single day for your full-time job, then you can kind of fit it a little bit better. But for me, it was really hard. I found that I was hungry all the time just because my sleeping schedule was really different. My working schedule was really different. It varied day by day. So that's my take on intermittent fasting. I found that it did help with weight loss for sure, just because I was eating less calories and I was more restrictive with the times that I was eating, so therefore I couldn't eat all the calories that I could. I wasn't able to kind of like binge and eat like huge meals during my feeding periods, just because like usually I was at work or I didn't have the opportunity to do that. My stomach couldn't handle that. Also, I wanted to put in that during your fasting periods you can drink water, you can drink anything that has 0 calories, you can have like caffeine, you can have teas. That's what I found was really helpful to get me through those fasting periods. Like when I was awake and not just sleeping, I would have like a lot of green tea with 0 sugar, obviously, no milk, no creamer. I would have black coffee, so that would suppress some of my hunger, the hunger pangs that I would get throughout the day. But yeah, I found like 16 8-hour split was a bit more doable for me. I would never try something ridiculous like 20-hour fast and 4-hour feed. No, like I just physically cannot do that. I would just feel like I'm starving throughout the day and wouldn't be able to kind of like go to work. I wouldn't be able to go to the gym. Also, that was really tough for me because I like to work out in the morning, so that means I would be doing a lot of fasted weightlifting, which is really tough. I mean, fasted cardio I could still do, but lifting weights without any food in your belly for like 16 hours is just rough. I can't physically do that. But yeah, if you can fit it into your schedule and put your workout during your feasting period, your eating period, that would be a lot more helpful and easier to kind of put it into your schedule. Yeah, so I can see how it's really effective, and it may be something like a diet that you may want to try. But yeah, that was just kind of my 2 cents on it and my experience with it. I find that it's better for me to just calorie count, and that works more effectively for my lifestyle, and that just keeps me more accountable to like the portions that I'm eating, the types of food that I'm eating, and I could just be a bit more flexible. But intermittent fasting is a potential kind of option for you if you want to try to lose a bit more weight, put on some muscle, shed some fat, that sort of thing. So I hope that was helpful for you guys, sharing my experience with you. And whether or not you want to try intermittent fasting, I suggest doing your research and kind of hearing other people's stories just to see whether or not it's something that you can do. And it could provide really good results, but everybody kind of has their own opinion on it. So just, you know, try it out and see how it goes for you. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below to join the Cheeky fam. I make videos twice a week at least, and we can kind of be on this fitness journey together, because it's all about having a good community to support each other. So drop a comment down below if you have any questions or you want to share your story with me about your intermittent fasting experience. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!